The comments and opinions of this program may be considered offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uncommon Sense. I am your host today, Forrest. And today I kind of wanted to talk with you guys about some fire safety. And I'm not here to try to lecture you, I just kind of wanted to bring some stuff up to the front of your mind. And many of you guys probably don't know, I used to be a wildland firefighter. I've been on a few fires, and I just kind of wanted to talk about some stuff, like I just said, that you might not realize. One thing I wanted to bring up is curiosity. It's wonderful to be curious. I love being curious. I'm pretty sure if you guys are here, you're probably curious as well, which is awesome. The thing is, though, sometimes curiosity can get kind of dangerous. And wildfires are pretty grandiose, they look pretty big, you get pretty curious about them. Don't go out to them. I know you probably want to go investigate, get some footage on your cell phone and be like, guys, look at this! You know, brag about it to your friends, which is cool. But don't. Really, don't. You can find yourself in a very hazardous spot very quickly. Something that I feel like most people don't realize is the speed at which a wildfire can move. It's astounding. You know, realize too is, fire doesn't accelerate like a car or a plane. It doesn't have that, it's got to take some time for the mass to get up to speed. It just moves. And when it moves fast. It can move at 100 some odd miles per hour. This has been recorded in fire science, in fact. And, you might go out and think, oh, I'm far enough away, I'm safe. Well, yes, you very easily could be. Or you could have unintentionally driven yourself into the worst possible spot you could get to. See, a lot of times wildland firefighters, yeah, they're on the ground. But when you're down there, you can see enough, but you can't see the whole picture. That's part of the reason why they have spotter planes. And those spotter planes are there to tell the wildland firefighters how fast, how far, and in which direction the fire is moving. And realize this takes lots of variables, anything from wind, temperature, humidity, which I know is probably the first three most people can guess, but it also takes into consideration fuels and topography. And what I mean by that is, how many trees there are, how steep the hill is, what type of grasses are out there, how much low-lying stuff, or even stuff that's known as ladder fuels, which I'm pretty sure most people have seen. It's all those little dead branches that hang out on the underside of a lot of pine, fir trees, and elm trees and stuff like that. And so a fire can change direction and speed incredibly fast. Incredibly fast. So don't go out to them. Respect the road closures. And I know it's probably an inconvenience, but I'm quite positive, if you're listening to this, or even if you're not listening to this, you are more important than an inconvenience. Just go with the inconvenience. Your life is worth it. You don't want to get burned alive. Another thing, too, is with these hot summers and these hot days that we're having, think about some of the smaller stuff, some of the stuff that's just kind of around you, stuff that you might not think about. Like maybe the night before you got done with a bottle of vinaigrette and it came in a glass bottle, and you went and set it outside to be picked up for the recycling, and not a big deal, right? Well, that glass bottle could cause something to happen. For those smokers out there, and there's nothing, I don't have anything against that. I do it too. A lot of shit out there to smoke now. And, if you've got something that's lit, unlight it. Make sure it's out. If your cigarette butt's sitting there smoldering even just a little bit before you go into the store, get out of the car, or maybe go back inside, or maybe you are inside, make sure it's all the way out. It might be sitting there smoldering a little bit, but it doesn't take much wind for that little smolder to move. lands onto a piece of dry grass, which at this time of year there's quite a bit. And whoosh, you got something. Something else too is, I've noticed that there seems to be a bit of a trend going along. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to it, but these massive heat waves are causing some infrastructure issues. And, again, I'm no expert on infrastructure issues, so that's not really what I'm trying to talk about. But if you smell something hot in your house or outside of your house, maybe it smells like some hot plastic, some hot wood, something that's kind of smoldering or something like that, investigate. It's worth it. Just the other day, I went inside and I smelled something that smelled kind of hot and kind of suspicious, and I went and checked it out, looked around. Lo and behold, my microwave had a catastrophic failure, and it somehow managed to burn the glass plate inside and melt it. Thankfully, I found it and was able to put a stop to it before anything really went wrong. Unplugged it, got a new microwave, all that good jazz. But, and I'm not trying to talk about a microwave. I'm just trying to say, keep your nose out there and, keep sniffing around. Your nose is a good sense. Keep your eyes peeled for suspicious glows at night. Watch for smoke and listen. You can hear fire, especially if it's quiet and that fire is starting to really get a hold of stuff. You're going to hear popping and crackling. But I'm also not wanting to lecture you guys or bore you guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here with thanks for listening. Thanks for paying attention. Hope you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and tell me some instances where you've had some goofiness with fire in the comments. Let's get some fire awareness out there so people are, staying safe with this hot, dry climate. Awesome. Well, I hope to talk to you guys again later.
Damn it, Billy. Give me back my liquor.